It's difficult enough to deal with the grief of losing a beloved friend and colleague, but as ordinary Joe's Amy prepares for Bobby's funeral, she'll also have to carry the weight of a big secret. As viewers know, Amy and her mentor Bobby slept together one time, something which she has yet to confess to her husband Joe. That tryst coupled with Bobby's death sends Amy into a state of avoidance in Monday's episode, NBC 10/9C. Right before Bobby died, she shared this intimate moment with this person, and that's what's making her go into shock a little bit, her portrayer Natalie Martinez tells TV Line. Everything just seems really surreal and not real. So that's one of the biggest reasons why she's avoiding it. She's avoiding Joe because of what just happened. She doesn't know how to confront that part of the problem. And then you have the death of Bobby, too, which she also doesn't know how to confront. Below, Martinez weighs in on Amy's feelings for Bobby and previews what's ahead for her character in the other two timelines. TV Line, how is Amy coping with Bobby's death? A lot of it's suppressed. She's avoiding a little bit. She's making herself busy with planning the funeral, the motorcade, and getting things done around the house and continuing working, and the campaign. Just kind of like busy, 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 so she's not really processing what she's feeling. TV Line, is Joe sensing that there's something more going on with her than her just dealing with grief? I don't think he knows what happened. Right now, he's thinking this is someone who I was very close to, I've worked very closely with, doing my campaign with, and I also got shot. So he's also thinking that it's just a very traumatic experience for me, but he's not realizing why it's so traumatic. TV Line, in the timeline where Joe is a cop, Amy obviously had feelings for Bobby before she started dating Joe. In this Music Joe timeline, is Amy in love with Bobby? Or is it more just that she's in love with the idea of what he represents to her? Honestly, it's just something where the lines just got crossed a little bit. I believe she loves Joe very much. Joe is the love of her life, Joe is her person. I don't think it's something where she's had feelings for Bobby this whole time. It was just a very vulnerable moment and a hard time, where she thought Joe was having an affair, and she was, feeling hurt and very disconnected since their last miscarriage. There are a lot of things happening that drew them apart a little bit, and there was just this one moment of vulnerability, and Bobby was there and something happened with someone that was very close to her. So it's not like she always had feelings for Bobby, or she wishes she was with Bobby. TV Line, Joe finally told Amy about the son that he shares with Jenny. How is that story going to evolve? Is that something that Amy is worried about? It's something that's going to become very predominant in the upcoming episodes. We all know how Joe feels about having kids, and family's very important to him. But when she learns about this and realizes that he was not having an affair, and this is kind of on her now like, wow, I really made a really big mistake. Amy's always trying to find her truth, and in that, she's going to have to really come forward with what's going on and what happened. I don't think she's worried about Zeke in the sense of like it's going to take anything away from their relationship. She's going to be there to support Joe through this. This is going to be a little hard now, because now we're realizing that she cheated and did something wrong, thinking he was doing it as well, and that wasn't the case. He was just looking for his son. TV Line, Amy and Joe have struggled to start a family in their marriage. What about Amy and Eric? It's the same. Amy and Derek have gone through fertility treatments, and they were unsuccessful, so they're taking a break. They're getting to a point where they're going to look into other methods and other options that they have to be parents. TV line, shifting to another timeline, in Monday's episode, Amy expresses some concerns to Joe about dating a cop. What is she going through, and how do the flashbacks that we see of young Amy play into that? Her family has dealt with some incidents of cops being a little unjust with them because of who they were, how they were, what ethnicity they were. So there's a little bit of mistrust within that system. Amy's father, in all worlds, went to jail for something he did not do. He was wrongfully accused. Amy, coming from Cuban parents who left Cuba, looking for a better life, it's what catapulted her into this political career so she can ensure that people have that same freedom and have that same opportunity to have a better life. So when she meets Cop Joe, it's one of the things she's a little nervous about. But there are things that Joe does that help her have a little bit more trust in him. The decisions that he makes in the previous episode, where he chooses to do the right thing and turn in the evidence, even though it would have harmed his uncle, those are the things that helped Amy trust Joe more as a police officer and as a person.